Hi, so welcome to my book Junkie Trials vlog. I am trying to do all 17 prompts, but I'm going to try and do each week each of the different classes. So this will be my vlog where I focus on completing the challenges for the Mage. And I have discovered that sitting in this position right here, I can actually do a little bit of magic. Whoa. Anyway, I'm far too excited about that, but how appropriate. I also do have down here, you can't really see it, but I have one cube. Where is it? Down here, one cube dedicated to the books that I want to read this week. It's looking a bit fuller. Oh dear, that magic just keeps spreading. Well, that's not spread at all anymore, but whatever. It is looking a lot fuller than I wanted it to be, but let's just quickly talk. The one that I need to start with is the book for the Oak Grove prompt. I just this morning opened it up and discovered that it's full of magic. The text is tiny, so this is going to be a pain in the butt to read, but this is the one I'm first going to read. It is the first day of the readathon, but to be honest, I'm about to go to my boyfriend's place and I don't know that I'm going to get any reading done there, and I don't know when I'm going to be back, so it's not the best start, but I will see what I can do with these extra 3 days that the Mages have. So this will be my first read. I also need to read The Next Together and the group book Stardust. And then I also have for the Mage books Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb and what's the other one? Eldest by Christopher Paolini. So I've got to try and interweave those with the physical books that I'm reading. I'm going to try and make sure that I start them in the right order and finish them in the right order, but I might sometimes be reading 2 books at once because I always like to have a physical book and an audio book on the go, but I think we can work it. I hope so. Also, the other books on this shelf, so I still have from the library My Hero Academia, the first volume that I wanted to read. It should be quick, so I'll try and sneak that in, but it is due back at the library next week, so I need to read it. And also I have Descendant, again another quick read that's due back at the library soon. Also, this is my Kindle, but I need to read a book. I've read about half of it. I need to read the rest of it for this work-related book club that I'm in. It's called The Human Side of Agile by Jill Broza. I have started it, not really enjoying it to be honest, but I do need to finish it so I can participate in the discussion. And I also have from my TBR machine picks Pixel Juice by Jeff Noon that I want to try and fit in. So I've got a lot of books to read over the next week, but I do have these extra 3 days. Yesterday I spent most of the day trying to finish off as much as I could of my June TBR so that I could just focus on the book Junkie Trials, and I did okay. I also do need to read the last chapter of On Writing by Stephen King. Oh, and I can hear that my lunch is ready, so I should go. I'm not sure if I do manage to... I'm not going to fit in any more reading in today. I'll probably check in with you when I'm back from my boyfriend's house. I'm honestly not sure when that will be, but I'll see you then, I guess. Hi, so it is Saturday afternoon. I've just gotten back from my boyfriend's place. Unfortunately, he has to work tonight, which sucks for him. But for me, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to refresh my hair color, get rid of these little blondie white spots, and also continue reading this. To be honest, yesterday I only managed to read about 12 pages, which is a pretty pathetic start to a readathon, but I am now up to page 30 because I picked this up before I could be bothered picking up the camera. So I'm making some progress, although it's somewhat slow. You know, in the first like epilogue, I thought that the main character was going to be called Penny, and I was really excited, but now I'm in the main chapter and Penny is nowhere to be seen, which I'm very disappointed with. So I'm going to go dye my hair and keep reading this. I do also have this audiobook called Quiet Influence, which I didn't mention at all yesterday. I've been reading a bunch of different books about introverts lately. So I've got about an hour left of this audiobook before I can get into Ship of Magic, which I'm much more excited to read because this one, unfortunately, not the best. So I guess I will listen to a bit of that while I'm doing my hair. We don't want to cover this with hair dye, but hopefully I can get through quite a bit of this tonight. Also, I did check my introduction that I filmed yesterday, and I think I was so excited about my new magical powers that I forgot to mention one other thing that I'm hoping to do during this vlog, which is that I'm hoping to go and visit the different quest locations in real life. So I've found some locations around Auckland here in New Zealand that I think are pretty good equivalents for the quest locations. So I thought it would be fun just to go and see those different places and do the quest in real life. Oh, I forgot to wear my ears again. If you saw my book Junkie Trials TBR, you know that I'm actually a cat mage, but my ears aren't visible through the camera, so I've been wearing some fake ears just so that you remember that I'm a cat mage, but you'll have to imagine it because I keep forgetting to put them on. But trust me that my true magical ears really are there. Anyway, I better go start doing my stuff before the whole night disappears, and we will see how far through this I can get. Good morning, it is Sunday, I think. So last night while I was doing my hair, I did manage to finish On Writing by Stephen King. I didn't have much of that anyway. To be honest, this is a bit of a disappointment in that I don't think I actually learned anything about writing in it. I didn't mind the bit about his life, but overall a bit of a disappointment. Also, I'm up to page 129 of the cold one. It's quite interesting, although it's quite classic. Christopher Pike, as he got further into his writing career, became quite obsessed with the afterlife and Hinduism and like Christian mythology, and you can see that this is definitely getting into that too. It also follows quite a few characters, so things are getting complicated, and it's definitely getting gory and gross because this person got ripped apart, and whoa, that was yuck. So I do want to try and finish this today, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to get to it just yet. So what I've been doing this morning is doing a bit of housework while I listen to Ship of Magic. I've only listened to about an hour of it, and I'm listening to it at 1.5 speed, so I guess I haven't actually spent that much time on housework, but it feels like a long time. You might be able to hear my washing machine in the background. Sorry about that. So now I am going to go walk to the library, listen to Ship of Magic on the way, and pick up Middle Game by Sean Magi, which I'm excited for, even though of course I can't read it yet because I'm saving that for the third week of the readathon when I'm going to do the Bard's part of the journey. But still, it will be nice to have it in my hands, and I have to pick it up today because tomorrow they take it away from me. Also, while I'm out, I'm going to pick up some bug bombs because last night at 3 AM this horrible bush cockroach decided to wake me up by crawling down my forehead, and I have never gotten out of bed so quickly. It was awful. I killed him, and like I'm pretty sure he just came inside because it was cold and he was exploring, but I want to kill anything like him that might be around, so I'm going to get some hardcore poison and get that done. Then this afternoon I'll see about reading some more of the cold one, and also my sister and I are going to go to Orc Grove, so that'll be exciting. Hey, so I've just been reading a little bit more of the cold one. I haven't gotten much further. I'm up to page 141. What's happened is we've just gone into the second part of the book, and I'm not really enjoying it. I hope that we will quickly get back to all the other characters rather than this weird Indian guy who's being told to chase after this vampire type guy. It just seems like a distraction. So hopefully not much longer of that part. Also at the library I picked up Middle Game, and it's also like nice and new because it's a new library book, so I really want to just start reading it, but I can't, so I won't. I'll be good. I'll put it aside for my TBR. So I'm gonna keep seeing how much further I can get through the cold one. Also, I did listen, I think, to about 4 hours of Ship of Magic so far while I was walking and also while I was doing some washing. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think the problem with the audiobook is that it keeps switching between different people's perspectives without any indication, and so it's only when things suddenly don't make sense or like the pronoun changes that you realize, oh, we're following someone different now. Also, after 4 hours, I still feel like we're in the setup phase of the book. I don't think the actual story or the actual plot has started, or if it has, I don't know what's happening. So first 4 hours, not amazing. There's some amazing there is some interesting stuff being set up in the world, but so far not much actual substance. So that's a bit disappointing. Right now I'm going to keep trying to read this for like the next 40 or so minutes, and then I'm going to go and meet up with my sister and go for a walk in Oak Grove. Hi, we are at Oak Grove. It's here. This is actually a park that we come to all the time, which makes sense because it makes sense that our journey would start near to our home. We did see a couple of orcs before, but mostly we don't seem to see orcs here, do we? I am here with my mage assistant, but you can't see her because we were playing with invisibility spells, and we haven't quite figured out the end of the spell yet, but we'll work it out soon, eh Dan? Yes. We do also have our very tough orc hunter dog. Oh, I can't see what I'm filming. Very tough orc hunter. Toby! Toby, can you see any orcs? Mostly we don't tend to see many orcs here. I think we're just too sneaky and our dog is too tough, so I don't think they'd want to mess with us really. I don't think there's any orcs in there. Maybe there is. I was thinking that if there are any orcs living here, they actually live in that house where those dogs are that bark at us. Because we never see any orcs, do we? We have to go into the grove anyway to see if we can find any orcs. Hey, so it is Monday, about midday. Thought I'd better give you an update about what's happened since we went to Oak Grove. So I'm really annoyed at myself because it's now technically July and I didn't manage to finish this book during our Mage Head Start. So that's annoying. I do only have about 80 pages to go, so I am going to finish it this afternoon or tonight. I am very soon going to go with my sister to Old Pirate Cove, mainly to take the dog for a walk, but I know somewhere where there's a pirate ship, so we'll go find that. I did also last night go for a run and listen to my audiobook while I was doing that. I'm now 7 hours into Ship of Magic. I really wish that it was just following one character instead of multiple, but I am, after 7 hours, starting to get a hang of who all the different characters are and what's going on. I still don't really feel like we have a proper plot going yet, but hopefully that'll all come together soon. So really, my goals for the rest of the day, obviously I'm going to Old Pirate Cove. I do need to edit this wrap up that I just filmed, do a little bit of housework, and then I'm just going to focus on finishing this off. While I'm doing some housework, I'll listen to some of this, and then I guess maybe at the end of the day I'll check in and let you know how that went. But I'll see you at Old Pirate Cove. So we're here, I think this is actually the true pirate cove here, and all of these boats are actually pirate ships. They don't look that much like pirate ships, but like modern day pirates, actually modern day pirates are horrible, real ones, not like these digital pirates, but modern day pirates would probably have boats more like this, maybe bigger. These are just like baby pirates, the nicer kinds that don't really do anything that horrible. Probably, I guess. Do you want to be a pirate, pup? Not really. Not really. What kind of pirate flag is that? It is Tuesday, I think. I keep thinking that it must be later in the week, but it's not. It's only Tuesday. It is a really yuck and rainy day today, so to be honest, I've been kind of procrastinating doing anything today, which is not very good. I am about to film some booktube videos, but I thought before I do that, I will update you guys with my reading. So last night I did finish The Cold One by Christopher Pike. There were parts that I really enjoyed. I just think there was a whole bunch of Hindu mythology in here that he really didn't need to put in. And also, it's the same Hindu mythology that he included in the last vampire series, which I looked up, and he was writing it at the same time, which is a bit naff. And then also there's some weird sibling shit in here, which I'm sure he did in another book as well. I can't remember which one, but it's just like, dude, why are you putting all your ideas in every book? But at least it is done. So then after I finished that, I did pick up My Hero Academia, basically because I didn't want to pick up the next book for the book Junkie Trials yet, because I can't finish that until I finish my Ship of Magic audiobook, and that's going to take a while. So I thought I would pick this up. I only read a little bit and then I fell asleep. But then today, while I've been procrastinating, I finished it off. I do quite like it. I find it can be a bit confusing in some parts, like it's not clear what's happening. I'm quite interested to watch the anime and see if it pulls it off a bit better, but still I really like the idea in this because it's set in this world where everyone has these different superpowers, and then you can go to hero school, and our main character never got any like superpowers, but he wants to go to hero school anyway. It's quite cool. Then also just my audiobook of Ship of Magic. I am up to 24 hours to go, which means I've read 10 hours. Wow. I am starting to see how all the threads are going to fit together. Just now I was listening to it while I brought in my washing, and I was like talking to myself. Basically I was saying, oh my god, what a dick, because this one character is making me really mad. I hope none of my neighbors heard me saying that. I am tonight going into this meetup in town, which to be honest I'm not super excited about having to go out into that shitty day, but I am going out, and so hopefully while I'm out and traveling there and back I will be able to read significant bit more of that, but I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. I think it's probably still going to take me at least a couple more days to finish it. So then after I finished My Hero Academia, just before this, when I was like putting off actually filming, I started on the next together. So I procrastinated by doing something kind of useful. It's not bad. I've read like the first 2 chapters. It's kind of weird because like each chapter has a little bit of like the 3 different timelines, maybe even 4 different timelines when we're following this couple as they meet in each of the timelines. And then at the end of each timeline there's like, you won't be able to see it so I don't know why I'm looking, but there's like a little computer note about what's just happened. So it's keeping me interested, and it's quite an easy read, so hopefully I will get through this one quickly. Although also hopefully I won't have to like stop just before the end until I can finish Ship of Magic. Oh, it's very hard to organize my life. Anyway, I guess I better go and actually film this video that I was just planning to film. Maybe 2, but I don't know if I can actually be bothered. I need to get out of this I can't be bothered mood that I'm in today. But maybe I will check in with you guys again later, although I find that at the end of the night I just can't really be bothered. What is up with me and not being bothered lately? See you soon. Good morning. It is, I never know what day it is. It is Wednesday. I really wish I was still in bed, but I am up, and I thought I would give you a quick reading update before I head off to Glimmer with my sister. We're going to a place known as Crystal Mountain to check out some glimmery stuff. So I will include a bunch of footage for that. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to talk much, but there'll be some pretty crystals. So reading update, I don't remember, had I finished this last time? I don't know. I'm taking it back to the library today, so that's done and dusted. And then also for the next together, I managed to get up to about page 98, but honestly, it's not much is happening yet because we're following like these 4 different timelines. So each one, just a tiny bit happens. And so I'm intrigued, but I'm not interested yet. And my camera's gonna die. Great. Also, quickly, before it dies, Ship of Magic, I've got 19.5 hours left to read. I have bumped the speed up to 1.75 speed because I was finding it just a little bit slow, and that is helping me to get through it, but I still don't think I'm going to get to it today, especially because I'm about to go out, and I don't know how long we'll be gone, but I'm hoping we're going to have a good time seeing all the pretty crystals. So, enjoy the pretty crystals. Hey, good morning. It is Thursday morning, and I think for the first time I feel like I actually got a good night's sleep last night, so that's good. Although it did mean that I didn't quite read as much as I wanted to of the Next Together last night. I think I'm up to about page, oh, what happened to you? Page 172. So that's progress, even if it's a slow progress. Also, I can't finish this until I finish Ship of Magic, and I've still got about 19 hours left of that because obviously yesterday going to Glimmer, I spent most of the day with my sister, and you can't really listen to audiobooks when you're with other people, especially when you're listening to them on 1.75 speed, because that would be crazy for someone who hasn't built up that speed. This afternoon we were going to go to Draconic Isle, take the dog for a walk at this dog park that just happens to be right next to Draconic Isle, but unfortunately you can see outside, can you see? It is a very yucky rainy day. So basically that means we're not going out because Draconic Isle gets a bit muddy, so I don't think it's the best place to go today. We'll have to try and go on Sunday probably. So instead what I'm going to do today is try and get some shit done. I'm going to like rotate between all the things I need to do. So I need to do some housework. While I do that, I'll listen to Ship of Magic. I need to do some booktube like editing, and also some booktube watching I want to do, so I'll do some of that. I also want to do some work related stuff, so hopefully, since I'm just going to spend the day at home being productive, I can get all that done. I'll also try and read as much of this as I can, but I can't finish it until I finish Ship of Magic, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I guess we'll see. If I get too far through this, then probably that's a sign I'm not doing enough of the other stuff I'm supposed to be doing, but also I could pick up another book. We'll see what happens. And I'll let you guys know. Hey, so it is most definitely bedtime now. I didn't actually get that much reading done today because I was productive at other things, which is good. Not so good for the readathon though. I've realized that I still need to listen to the audiobook of Eldest as well as Stardust. I think I'm not going to get to Stardust this week, to be honest, but we'll see how we go. So I have been listening to Ship of Magic while I do some other things, and I've got 14.5 hours left. So that puts me at 57% through. It's still, like, I don't feel like it has a strong plot, but it has a lot of interweaving parts which are at least interesting, and I do feel attached to some of the characters now. Also, in terms of the Next Together, I'm up to page 230. I will read a little bit now just before I go to sleep, but I might fall asleep quite quickly, so it might not be that much. And I think I'm actually far enough through this that I'm pretty confident not much is going to happen, which is a bit disappointing. I hope at least that these little computer excerpts end up being something good, although I also discovered that there's a sequel, so maybe it won't even tell us what happens in this book. That will be annoying. So I don't think I'm likely to do much reading for the next 2 days, but I will try and at least check in with you briefly. So we'll see how much reading I can do over the next couple of days, and I'll see you then. Good morning. It is a freezing cold Sunday. Actually, though, it's going to be a really beautiful day. I can tell, like, if you see over here, like, there's so much sun coming in that window. It's all fogged up, but once we stop being fogged up, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day, but probably still cold. So the last 2 days, I pretty much was just hanging out with Jace and like having a good time. We went up to Magi, and I don't know, maybe I'll put in some footage if I'm like somewhat organized. So that's cool. Now it's Sunday though, and I've only finished one book for the book Junkie Trials, which I feel like is not very good. So my focus today has to be finishing Ship of Magic. You can't see that. Has to be finishing Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. I've got how many hours to go? 13 hours to go. So we're going to try and finish that today, and then as soon as I finish that, I should be able to finish off the next Together. I don't actually know where that book is. I looked for it just before I was going to film this, and like, who knows where I've put that, but I assume that I will find it, and I've put it somewhere safe, somewhere sensible. So we'll find that. I need to hurry up because the first book that I wanted to read for the Scribe's Journey is Storm and Fury, and that's due back on Tuesday, so I need to really start hurrying up. Also this afternoon, me and Danielle, my sister, are going to go to Draconic Isle. Since it's been sunny, hopefully the mud will have dried up a bit and we can see what we can find there. Otherwise, today I'm not really doing much except housework and, I don't know, all that normal life stuff. So I guess I will probably see you at Draconic Isle. So this is Draconic Isle. The bridge and the actual island itself are made of dragon bones, hence the name, although it is also known as Library Point, which is also a good name. Should we go see if we can find some dragons, puppy? Nah, don't care. Yeah, these bits are the clearest dragon bones on the island, obviously. And as the dirt started to wear away, you can see more of the dragon bones. Noisy people. It's just baby dragons. Oh yeah, I guess it could be baby dragons. I didn't think they really sounded like that. Hey, so it's now 8 o'clock. I've pretty much listened to Ship of Magic most of the time since we got back from Draconic Isle, and I just managed to finish it, so I'm very happy with that. I don't know in the end how I felt about it. Like, I definitely want to continue the series. I really like the world that's been built and the way all the characters have ended up interacting, but at the same time, I'm not particularly attached to any of the characters, but they do all seem very realistic, so maybe I'm kind of attached to them. I don't know, it's a weird book series, but there are parts that I like, so I think I will continue with it, especially because it's audiobooks, even though they are long audiobooks. I think I can do the audiobook version. I think I would die if I tried to read the physical books, but that's a whole nother thing. Also, for the next Together, I've only got 20 pages left, so I started the day very behind, but I think I'll have read 3 books by the end of the day. I also have the audiobook for Eldest, which is my book for Draconic Isle. That's only a 9-hour audiobook, and I'm going to listen to it on 2 times speed. So I think if I listen to a little bit of it tonight, and then I do some stuff tomorrow morning and listen to it then, I should be able to finish it tomorrow morning. And I'll just have Stardust to go to complete the Mage part of the journey. So what I think I'm going to do is keep this vlog going until I finish that, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Better be tomorrow. So I'm not sure when I'll check in with you again, but you'll know in a second. Hey, so it is Monday morning. I still need to sort my life out, but I thought I'd give you guys a quick update. For Eragon, I'm up to, got like 7 hours left, which if I listen to it at 2 times speed will be 3.5 hours. I am about to do some exercise, and I was trying to convince myself that I should listen to it while I do that, but I actually think that it will annoy me, so instead I'm going to do what I normally do, which is watch booktube while I exercise. And then I'm going to do some housework, so I guess I will listen to Eragon while I do some housework. I don't think I have 3.5 hours of housework to do, but I guess somehow I'll find the time to finish it. I really want to finish it this morning, but like, it's already 9 o'clock, so that's just not even physically possible. So I guess I'll finish it sometime today. The other thing that I'm reading is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. So I read about 40 pages last night. I do really like it, or at least it's a good start. Also last night I did very briefly watch the trailer for the Stardust movie, and I really liked it. So I think once I've read the book, I'm definitely going to watch the movie. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix, so that's pretty exciting. I suspect I might like the movie better than the book, which is actually quite common for Neil Gaiman stuff for me. But other than that, I don't really have much to say, other than hopefully next time you see me, I'll be a bit more put together, and maybe I'll have finished something. Maybe. Okay, so checking in, it is like 3 o'clock and I finished reading Eldest. To be honest, I didn't really get into it, and I can't tell if that's just because I rushed through it so much or whether it's just not the style that I like. Like, I don't really like the way the story is told, but again, I rushed through it, so I need to think more about it. I haven't really had enough time to process it yet. So what I'm pretty much going to do now is just focus on trying to finish Stardust. I'm up to page 90 now. I read a little bit before, so I'm just going to keep reading that. I've kind of run out of housework to do. I should be doing some other things, but I kind of just want to catch up on this readathon so I'm not constantly behind. So I'm going to try and do that this afternoon, tonight. Also, then I could finish up this vlog, which would also be good, so. Hey, so I thought I better put on my cat ears to celebrate the fact that I have finished Stardust, which means I have found the Bookie Grail, completed the Mage part of the book Junkie Trials, so I'm very excited. I'm also like, kind of, my brain stopped working because I read 2 books today. Pretty much all of this one, not all of it, a significant amount of this one, and also a significant amount of Eldest. I did enjoy Stardust quite a lot. Like, I think I would have liked it if it was like longer and more developed, but as like a fairy tale type thing, I thought it was quite good. I am quite excited to read the movie. I think it was good that I watched the trailer before I read this, because I had some of the images from the trailer in my mind, which kind of made this seem maybe better than I would have thought otherwise, but I did still really like this. I thought it was like quite a lovely little story. So I'm glad I read it. I guess right now I'm going to wrap up this vlog. Hopefully it won't be too long once I edit it all up. Hopefully that won't take me too long, and you will be watching this very soon after I am now talking. And then tomorrow I can start on the scribe journey. I might actually start a little bit tonight, but that can be what we talk about in the next vlog, where I go on the scribe's journey. So thank you for coming along on the Mage part of the journey with me. Let me know how you're going with the book Junkie Trials, and I will see you soon.